Hello, Twin Cities, and particularly hello, Manini. I am Lakshmi Rajaram, and like I mentioned in my video of doing something new and exciting, fun to revive this group and to really inspire one another, I am starting a mini interview series on inspirational women in our community in the Twin Cities. And so, towards that end, this is the first of those mini series. And my guest today is someone who was exposed to this art since the age of 16. She was born and raised in Pune, in India. And her father was an established photographer for 40 years, doing commercial photography in India. And so my guest today really had complete exposure to that art, and so she has it in her blood, she has it in her genes. She moved to United States in 2012, and with the help of friends and community who supported her, she established her own brand, her own business in 2016. Are there any guesses as to who my guest might be for today? If not, I would take this moment to welcome Rucha Joshi to my mini interview series. Hello, Rucha. Welcome. Welcome, Rucha. How are you doing?
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
Lovely. Lovely to have you on this program. And this is the first of the mini series, as I was mentioning. And I am honored to have you be my first guest for this series. So Rucha, I already gave an introduction about how photography is in your genes because of your father's established background and experience. So why photography here? Like, I know that was something that came with you, but just talk a little bit about your passion for this art.
Okay, so since my childhood, I loved watching the princessy movies, all those Disney movies, and I always wondered, like, who did all this? Like,
Wow.
who is the creator behind all this? And that thing always haunted me. Like, I didn't want to become a princess, but I wanted to create a princess.
Oh, that's great.
So I used to think about, how can I do this, how can I make this happen? So I started doing that kind of work, like the stitching dresses and making people beautiful. I always knew I don't want to try it on myself because I knew about my limitations on that, but I wanted to try it on people and make them look beautiful. I want to see I would love to see people feeling confident about themselves when they try the makeup on and get a beautiful picture, when they get a best angle for themselves. So I like to create all these things and I like to see it myself. That's why I chose photography, to be very honest. That's the reason.
Wow. How many people actually think about what goes on behind the scenes, behind the camera? Definitely, you have an eye for that and an interest in that area. So Rucha, photography, of course, you're carving your own path here. And that was one of the reasons why I wanted to have you on this program. But, it is typically a male dominated art form, industry. So I'm sure you must have, experienced some challenges as a woman trying to chart out your own path into this. So talk a little bit about what those challenges were and how did you face that?
I should tell you, there are many challenges being a female photographer. When I started, I was like only 16, 17 years old. When I used to go for my first assignment, those freshman assignments, people would come, like me, especially those who are settled in the field, male, and they would come and check your knowledge for the camera. They're like, oh, what setting you're doing right now? Oh, what are you doing? So people, they just keep checking, how are you doing as a woman? They just want to test you at every point. Also as a woman, you get paid less because people don't trust you. You have to show them you are as good as anybody else in the market. with your photography, with your results. Like, you have to constantly impress people to make your mark, and for that I had to do lots and lots of free shoots for people, just to prove myself, yeah, I can do it. Just trust me, just give me your time for, give me your time for maybe half an hour, maybe 1 hour, and then I'll show you what I can do. So initially people were not ready to get photographed by a full female, so it was hard in the beginning, but all that experience came in handy when I came to Minnesota, because I already had a big portfolio with me. And
Great.
people
Great.
started believing in me easily. But yeah, it was very challenging.
So I'm
And
hearing that it takes a lot of grit, determination,
mhm,
willpower to keep going at it, and that helped you later on as you moved here because you had established so much in your portfolio as well. That's wonderful.
mhm.
So, what advice do you have for women today who may be in similar situations, may not necessarily be in photography, but in a field where they have this uphill battle against men to try and prove themselves? What is advice would you share with them?
Oh, one advice I would give to every woman out there is, like, never ever give up. Whatever happens in your life, never ever give up your passion. Even if you have a kid, even if you have another job, or whatever it is, never ever give up. Just keep trying. Take a help. Nowadays we have lots of information on the internet. Just keep going, and one day I'm sure you will be satisfied with yourself that you never gave up, you just kept trying. That's my advice for all the women out there. Just keep trying. And also, even if you have even if you have 2 kids, 3 kids, whatever happens, just keep going and keep your focus in your life. That's what I will advise.
Great. Thank you, Rucha. And this is a platform, Manani is a group full of women who are here to support each other. So, ask for help and lean on people and, take advice or take a friend's help, that might be something really good too. So thank you for that. So Rucha, so many photographers are there in the field. And what is it about your particular style of photography, or what do you have to offer that is unique and sets you apart, that people may want to book you for their events and programs and graduations, etc., versus choosing somebody else?
Mhm. Okay, so when I started photography, like in early age, I realized that most of my targeted group was women,
Mm-hmm.
and women love getting photographed. They love it. And one thing which is very very important is
Yes.
well, that makeup and styling helps them a lot with to feel confident about them.
I have to tell you, when you said women love getting photographed, because there would be a whole room full of women chatting away, and the moment people say photo time, it's pin drop silence because all the women are adjusting themselves. So
Yeah.
that was spot on. Continue,
Yeah.
continue.
So the thing is that the makeup and styling would help them feel more confident in front of the
Confident.
camera. So
Mm-hmm.
I always, the hashtag, as a hashtags photography, I always start with the styling, like what kind of clothes would look good on people, what kind of color combinations would look
Mm-hmm.
good on people.
Mm-hmm.
If they don't have it, I'll make them buy everything from the market, but I would just won't do a photo shoot in whatever they have. Most of my clients would know,
So
and
you
they're
don't
really mad at
compromise.
me.
You don't compromise. You have
They're
standards,
mad.
which is good.
Yep,
Which is good.
yeah, I make them buy new clothes, and some of the women are happy about it. So, and the second thing is the makeup. So I'm a professional makeup artist as well. uh
Wow.
like,
Mm.
yeah. So in my early years I learned makeup, and it is like the corrective makeup, so that a person, if they have a little bit, I wouldn't say flaws, but whatever, the makeup would enhance their beauty, I would always try it. So I do styling, I do makeup, and I also do a consultation, like on the face angles, what would look good, how the backgrounds and everything. So my client is comfortable with me before coming to the photo shoot. So that makes a difference. That's what I feel, that is what is different from other photographers in the market. Yeah. That's
Oh,
the difference.
wonderful. That's a two-in-one package, Rucha. That's really, really great.
Yep.
Let's change the mood here a little bit and just talk about this Corona time that we are all experiencing. The last month and a half to 2 months has been a significant change in everybody's lifestyles, and with the Corona lockdown. So during this time, Richa, how have you engaged with the community? How have you still been able to connect with your clientele, with your customer base, and keep your business growing? What are some things that you are doing during this time?
So, one thing that I am planning, I know it is a difficult time for all the businesses over here. So, one thing I'm trying to introduce these days is the driveway mini sessions. I put on my mask. I take my camera to people's places, like their houses. I ask them to get ready. They come out of their house, they pose on their driveway. I may be like 15 feet away from them. I take a picture, thanks to the good lenses and the camera which I have. So
Right.
take a picture,
So
and
still
it's a
maintaining
very
social distancing, right? Still maintaining
yeah,
all the guidelines. Great.
yeah. And this is a fun session, and it's very very uh it's I'm charging very minimal for this particular session. These are not the regular hashtags rates, and 20% of that session will go to the seva, that is you all know about the
Yes,
seva
yes.
non-profit
The Seva,
organization.
the non-profit organization that helps
Yeah,
older people
yeah.
and domestic abuse victims to provide
Mm-hmm.
meals and support, shelter. Great. So portion of your
Yeah.
proceeds from these driveway minis
Yes.
are going there. That's wonderful.
Uh-huh.
That's
Yeah. So
excellent.
that is what I'm trying right now. And yeah, I have as you said, like, what am I doing? I just keep calling my clients, just check on them, how are they doing. And some of them had their grad parties, some of them wanted to get their senior pictures done, but I'm just telling them, just hang in there. We As soon as everything opens up, we're gonna go and do it. So yeah, just keeping them, I'm connecting with them through the phone and chats and WhatsApp and Facebook, so trying all that. Yep.
Wonderful, wonderful, Richa. So before I conclude, I just wanted to ask you, how can people get in touch with you? Where can they reach out to you? And can you just share a little bit about how they can connect with you?
Yeah, so I have a Facebook page named hashtags photography, and they can send me a personal message there. It also has my phone number. They can contact me through on my phone. Also, I have an Instagram page that is hashtags photography also, and they can contact me there. They can send me a personal message there. I have a website, www.hashtagsphotography.com. They can send a message from there, or I am also on the local files. They can contact me from there. So there are so many options. They can,
Wow. So ladies and everybody watching, please get in touch with Rucha if that is something that you want to do as a keepsake, as a memory. Maybe you want her to come stop by your driveway to do a little driveway mini and capture this particular time when we are all in lockdown. This is a memory that you maybe want to capture, and then 10 years from now, you'll talk about 2020, the year of the corona, right? And Rucha's photograph will come by and reminisce what this time was. So thank you so much, Rucha, for talking with us today. And really, really, I hope that women take your advice, take inspiration from you, and chart their own path and follow their dream and follow their passion like you have. So really, really, thank you very much. And I will talk to you again soon.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.